Today I'm going to be talking about my feelings and thoughts after playing Enhancement in Battlegrounds and 2s and 3s on the Legion Alpha. And I want to start, like everyone starts saying, by saying that all the stats and numbers and abilities, Blizzard says, have not been tuned yet, so they're all going to change. Because at the moment Howling Blast can hit half of your health, as can Templar's Verdict and various other things. However, at the moment Enhancement is extremely weak, and a lot of that will be due to number tuning, and a lot of that is just down to the core mechanics of how Enhance works at the moment. So I've got clips running in the background so you can see. I'll start with the good stuff. Good stuff is we have a cooldown from our hammer called Doom Winds. Every 45 seconds, every attack procs Wind Fury. That means loads of hits, loads of Maelstrom, loads of damage. You can line that up with PvP Bloodlust, which is a PvP talent that makes your Bloodlust a 45-second cooldown. 7-second duration, only works on you and a friendly target. So that lines up with that. And level 15 talent that increases your attack speed by 20%. So what this means is you can line everything up and then go and blow stuff up in a short, like 5-second window every 45 seconds. You have insane burst and then nothing, and then insane burst and then nothing. The reason for that is also due to the proc that we get from our new Mastery, which also makes me feel that Mastery is going to be the go-to stat at the moment if it stays like this. We have like a 7% chance or something to proc a Storm Strike that has half the cost and it doesn't have a cooldown, so you can do like 3 Storm Strikes in a row if you get this proc, and that's where all our insane burst comes from. But without this proc we do literally no damage whatsoever. You can hit on a Hunter forever without getting a proc, and he just will not die at all. Like, his health won't even go down if he's standing there doing nothing. You need this proc to actually do damage. The proc chances increase when you pop all those cooldowns, because you know your haste, you get more attacks in, and so you have a higher proc chance, but we do pitiful damage without it. So, now to the bad stuff. Basically, it's all downhill from here. We have one defensive. Shamanistic Rage is gone. Our only defensive left is Astral Shift. It is exactly the same as it is currently in the talent tree. Longer cooldown, shorter duration, cannot be used while stunned. Shamans die in stuns. Like, I got hodged by a Ret. They were double Ret. Hodged by Ret, trinket, re-hodge, dead in that second DR hodge. 2 seconds, dead, straight away, flat out, poof, dead. Also, our PvP survivability talent, which you kind of have to take because it's in the PvP tree, initially anyway, before you unlock the others, is one that makes you unable to do anything, act, or, you know, cast spells or anything. 50% less speed, and you take double damage from spells, despite being immune to physical attacks. That basically means it's only useful for warriors, because anything else, rogues, ferals, warlocks, paladins, shamans, anything, you take double damage from their spells and you just get absolutely destroyed. It's actually makes you take more damage, our survivability cooldown, which is ridiculous. Secondly, our healing is pitifully bad. Like, Boomkin, he comes in, he puts on his Sunfire, he puts on his, whatever the other one is, Moonfire, and I go behind a pillar, and he's not attacking me, he's busy attacking my partner. I'm standing there spamming heals. Every time I can, I'm just spamming them, casting them over and over and over, spam, 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 and I die from the dots behind the pillar because my heals are so weak, and the cast time is so long that I cannot out-heal Boomkin dots behind a pillar. I'm standing there spamming them and then nothing happens. Even with Ascendance up, which gives me more Maelstrom every second, which boosts the power of my heals, makes them instant, I still can't out-heal the dots. Like, if I pop every single cooldown, Ascendance, which gives you Maelstrom, Wolves, which gives you Maelstrom, those 45-second things that I said you can line up together for bursts, that gives you loads of Maelstrom, I can spam heals, use all my damage resource spamming heals, and I still die. Like, I can't outlive anything. Basically, you have to go full-on Allahu Akbar and just jump in there, go pop everything, and try and do as much damage as you can before you die. Because warriors out-heal us by doing nothing. Demon Hunters, just ridiculous at the moment. Mages out-heal us, rogues out-heal us, hunters out-heal us. Literally, Shaman is the worst healer in the game, and they're a hybrid. Like, their healing is pathetic. You always last on healing. Even if you try your hardest to spam heal, so it's not even worth healing yourself at the moment. You don't have a defense. You have to charge in, pop everything, do damage and die, like some weird kamikaze bomber plane thing. Same deals for Elemental. I haven't played much Elemental, but I was playing with a friend of mine, Elemental Enhance, obviously you can see that wasn't the best idea. But yeah, it's Tunnel Blue. The Train the Blue has gone to a whole new level. Secondly, we have no ranged attacks anymore. We don't have Unleash to boost our speed, or to do damage from range. We don't have Frost Shock to slow them from range or to root them from range. The only mobility we have to get to a ranged caster or a hunter or whatever is Spirit Walk, 1 minute cooldown, breaks roots, slows, same old deal, and Feral Lunge, which is like, it's like Feral's Wild Charge at the moment. You know, the one that where they jump behind the target, except it doesn't slow them. Now that would be fine, except for how our slow works. And how our slow works is it costs Maelstrom, 30 Maelstrom, which means once you finally get to this ranged target after using your leap or running or whatever, using Spirit Walk, you have to use Rockbiter twice to build up enough resources to use your slow on the third global so that your next attack applies a slow. That's 4 globals which you have to stick to the target in order to actually get your slow active on the target. 4 globals that you have to stay on them without a slow, whilst they have Disengage and Heroic Leap and Blink and Ice Nova and everything. No Freedom Totem anymore. Massive, massive problem for us, because roots. Once you use Spirit Walk, your 1 minute cooldown, you can be rooted, and then you have absolutely nothing to get to your target. You cannot stay on them. Hunter's just destroying me. The only way I can survive is if I go behind a pillar, wait for every single cooldown, jump on him, do loads of damage, then hide behind the pillar again. And that's not ideal. So, not having any ranged attacks whatsoever, I mean, losing Frost Shock and Freedom Totem, that's a massive disadvantage. Like, you don't even understand how awful it feels. I feel so helpless. Like, I cannot reach anything at all. I just have to waddle around like a Death Knight at the moment without grip or roots or anything and just die. I just die, because when I'm trying to get to this ranged target, I'm just taking so much damage that I can't even heal, because I have to stand still and cast the heals, which do nothing anyway, and then I just fall over and die. I guess it's slightly okay that Flame Tongue Frostbrand, which is like the buff spell, Flame Tongue's like Unleash at the moment, Frostbrand's the thing that makes basically the Frostbrand glyph at the moment. We now have an ability that applies that effect when you use it to your melee hits. And Rockbiter, they all have a 10-yard range, so that's kind of okay. The slow doesn't apply until you get into melee range though, but it does mean that if someone's like just out of range, you can still do damage to them, which is kind of cool. If you stand on the bridge in Blade's Edge, you can actually melee people downstairs, which is a little bit retarded, but there you go. But yeah, it's super crippling to not have any of this range damage or slows or anything like that. And Storm Strike cooldown is so long now, it's like 13 seconds or something, that Ascendants, unless you get those props I was talking about, 5% or 7% or something, really low chance, you're in Ascendants, your thing that gives you, range, that's a big perk of Ascendants. You use Storm Strike, and you have nothing left. You have to waddle up into melee range in Ascendants to use Lava Lash and Rockbiter and all of that stuff, unless you get the proc. So, literally Ascendants gives you 1 attack from range, unless you get lucky, and then you just have to waddle around auto-attacking them whilst dying, and using all your Maelstrom to heal because you take so much damage. It's ridiculous. And Feral Spirits no longer heal us, by the way, they just give us Maelstrom to, boost our pathetic healing. So, all in all, it's looking pretty dire at the moment. With a healer, we're okay in 3s, but our lack of defensives means that we can still be tunneled to death even with a healer spamming heals on us, because we have literally no damage reduction at all. Like, none whatsoever. We don't have evasion, we don't have cloak, we don't have that stupid dodge thing, demon unstab, we don't have bubble, we don't have parry. All these classes, Icebound, all these classes, block, have their defensives, and we have this one that makes us unable to do anything and take more damage from magical attacks. Like, what? If you're in a 3s game, there's going to be someone with a magical attack, unless it's like warrior, because hunters do magical damage, rogues do magical damage, they all do magical damage apart from warriors. So you're just floating around really slowly, taking even more damage if you decide to use your defensive, and if you don't, you just get tunneled into the ground and die. So basically, my suggestions to Blizzard, all hail mighty Blizzard, the creator of Demon Hunters, would be to bring back Sham Rage as a defensive. There was nothing wrong with Sham Rage. I know Shaman's a tanky at the moment. The reason for that is because it stacks up with Nature's Guardian, Wolves, the Nightly Shield Glyph, your passive healing, which is really strong, the Maelstrom healing, which we don't have anymore. Shamrage by itself, like Elementals have, is absolutely fine. And if we had that on Legion at the moment, we would be so much better. But we don't. So that would be one suggestion. Second suggestion would be get rid of Frostbrand, bring back Frost Shock, or give Frostbrand a longer range and make it apply a slow when you use it. So my target's 30 yards away, I can use Frostbrand, which applies a slow, to let me get to him to use my abilities and continue applying the slow. You know, like concussive shot, kind of. But it costs Maelstrom and has a cooldown, so it's alright. What else would I say? I would say that the way damage is dealt is kind of a little bit too proc reliant at the moment. Wind Fury has a 10% proc chance down from 20, which gives you loads of Maelstrom when it procs. They've changed the animation. Ooh, makes me very sad. But we're so reliant on this 5% proc that we can either do godly damage and literally destroy stuff in 2 seconds with the most procs in the whole world, going ba 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 ba, like 7 Storm Strikes in a row, or we do absolutely nothing and hit like 50 Ks every global on a guy with a health pool of 2 million, which is not good. So suggestion there would be either make Lava Lash do more damage, because at the moment Lava Lash is our kind of Maelstrom dump, and it does the same damage as our Maelstrom generator, and it's really poor damage. Like, it's like 50k on, like I said, a 2 million health pool. It's really, really bad at the moment. That would possibly require lowering some of the passive damage we have, because we have some really weird passive procs and stuff. Like, when you Storm Strike, you fire like lightning bolts and things that you lava at your target, and all this passive damage adds up. So maybe chop some of that, get rid of that, and put it into Lava Lash so we can actually have reliable damage. When you press a button, it does damage. Now it's a suggestion, or just raise the proc chance of the Storm Strike proc thing and make it less effective, like reduce the Maelstrom reduction, so you have to do two full cost Storm Strikes, but it's a higher proc chance. Those are some suggestions, but yeah, I'm not impressed at the moment. It's quite sad, really. I mean, I like the little burst window. I think that's really great, an enhancement feel. The little burst window every 45 seconds, doing lots of damage, then nothing, and like sort of like a wave, like a sine graph. But yeah, those are my suggestions and thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the clips in the background. And if you have anything that you would like to see from Alpha, put it in the comments. If you have any feedback on Shaman yourself, put it in the comments and I'll have a nice little discussion with you. If not, have a great day and I'll see you around. Bye!